Hey everybody, Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions, and hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and welcome to our opening commentary this morning. So we are going live here in place of RFD TV, which I normally do about this time frame on most mornings, and we are I don't know why RFD has decided not to have programming today. I guess I have suspicions why, but no programming at all for RFD TV. So I thought I'd just go live in here, kind of do what we do on RFD this morning, and give you some opening calls and some ideas of what we can expect in our trading day today. So as you know, grains did not trade overnight, but there was some trade in different markets, metals markets, stock market, S&P futures, energies all trade overnight, starting at 5 o'clock last night. Now, there was a problem with the CME heating and cooling systems. Something overheated in their cooling system. They had to shut down for a number of hours, but they have got things back up and running. And so we do have some markets trading at this time before the grain and livestock opening. And we have silver making a huge move, over 3% gains today. Now, it is a holiday shortened session today for the grains and the livestock and the metals markets. So that means that you're probably going to have a little bit lower volume, but you can have some big moves. And we're certainly seeing one in silver. It's up $1.65, 3% higher. Gold is up only 0.5%, but it's about $25 higher. S&Ps are up over 9 points this morning. Natural gas up 15 this morning. Crude oil is just 28 ticks higher. So we're seeing some moves there. Now, the opening grain calls that we have, we're steady to one lower. Corn, beans fully steady, wheat steady to two lower. There was some news this morning. Private export sale announcements of corn and soybeans being reported. Now, remember, this isn't necessarily bullish for the futures actions. When China buys beans, they're not buying today. They're buying futures previously, earlier this year, most likely before they ever met with President Trump, because they knew they were going to sign some sort of trade agreement and prices would rally. So they bought futures. And then when they announced the cash sale like they did this morning, they're actually selling futures, and that's going to put weakness against our markets. In fact, last week we had 3 days of private export sales of soybeans. All 3 days we closed lower. So this morning we have a 312,000 metric ton soybean sale to China and 274,000 corn sale that was reported, received during the reporting period, and then sold to an unknown destination. And expectations are it will be China, but who knows what it will be. We also had export sales out, but this is for the week ending October the 16th. So we're going way back to the middle of October, but it was a huge corn sale, 111 million bushels, soybeans at 40.7 and wheat at 12.5. That wheat number continues to be a disappointment and probably will be. Even the inspections we're seeing that are caught up today are a big disappointment to the trade. So that's kind of the news overnight for the grains. Looking at the calls, steady to a little bit softer in here, but we did have a big rally going into Thanksgiving and into the holiday season. A lot of times seasonally, you get whatever you do on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, you repeat on Friday. So that's kind of the seasonal pattern. Weather still looks good in South America. As we go into December next week, that's our monsoon season. That's our key growing time frame, and that's when we can have big gains or even losses in prices because of weather conditions in South America. Livestock, we saw pretty much cash trade wrapped up on Wednesday before we left for Thanksgiving, and it was at lower money. In the north, we were 208 to 210 live and 330 dress. So that's $8 to $10 lower live basis and about 15 lower on a dress basis. The south had trade at 215 to 216, $7 to $9 lower than last week. It's disappointment as far as the cash markets go, but futures rallied. Brooke Rollins was, I'm not sure if she was on a podcast or a TV program, but did make comments that she expected the border between the U.S. and Mexico to remain closed for a long period of time. And what we see? Big gains in feeder cattle on Friday. We had massive gains on Friday. Touch limit up at 1 point in feeder cattle. Live cattle were sharply higher as well. So I would say the calls this morning for cattle were better in the cattle. Live cattle 15.25 higher right now. Feeders, I'd say, is fully steady. So I'm probably going to have some follow through this morning on that. Now, remember, it is a 12:05 close for grains and livestock, and with the equity markets, and they close a little bit earlier as well. So a lot of the trade will take it as a holiday today and just take some of the day off. So that's kind of the look at the news and ideas that we're seeing this morning. we wish you a great day. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We had a little family over, but also had some family that with us. My oldest son out in California broadcasting Minnesota Gophers and Stanford Cardinal basketball game last night. Has another game today, this evening, before flying back and doing football tomorrow. Another son up at his new in-laws as he got married this summer. So always miss them, but hope you had a great Thanksgiving and are looking forward to today's trade. Good luck, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon. This has been Bright News.